Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Zahran Irsyad. My student number is 15022011512. I'm from KM44 International 1 class. And I'm from Group C, and my friends are Andin, Ariq, and Tasya. So today I want to tell you about the differences and similarities between Indonesia and USA. First, I want to tell you the differences. Indonesian people are collectivism, which is always see themselves as a group, and USA are individualism, which is not defined by the group and very respectful of privacy. And then in Indonesia, more people bring their own vehicles, such as motorbikes and cars. In USA, the people are fairly using their own vehicles, so they use public transportation more often. And then workers in Indonesia are usually required to appear formal and neat. And in USA, when working, clothes tend to be more casual. In Indonesia people rarely greet people in public places. But in USA, they are like to reprimand people when in public. And now I want to tell you about the similarity. Number one, the USA and Indonesia have the same views about diversity that can bridge the cultural understanding of the two countries. And number two, Indonesia and the United States adhere to a presidential government system. And number three, Indonesia and USA are countries in the form of democracy. Okay, I think that's it for me. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nathasya Aryanti A S. You can call me Tasya. Here I will explain about my dream country, and I will compare my dream country with Indonesia. First, before I move to the topic, I want to tell you my dream country is Singapore. Why? Because since I was little, I like to go there and dream of working there. Next, I will explain the differences and similarities between Indonesia and Singapore. In Indonesia, people use private transportation more than public transportation, such as private car or motorcycle. But in Singapore, people like to use public transportation such as train or bus to go to their office. Next is Indonesia is an archipelago, but in Singapore it's not archipelago. The cost of living in Indonesia is more cheaper than in Singapore. Singapore is relatively expensive, and Singapore is one of the most expensive country compared to other countries such as Australia and of course Indonesia. For working language in Indonesia only need English, but in Singapore they are 4 language for working in Singapore, namely English, Mandarin, Malay, and Tamil or India. Next is I will explain the similarities between Indonesia and Singapore. I will explain the similarities between Indonesia and Singapore. Both in language require English for the foreign language, and then the two countries prioritize respecting fellow religious communities. So if there is a religious holiday, it will be a holiday. And then Indonesia and Singapore are both republicans. And the last is these two countries are resident of the same family, namely Malay. Okay, I think that's enough to explain the differences and similarities between my dream country and Indonesia. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Ariq Athallah. I'm from class KM44 International 1. I'm from international class majoring in communication science. And right now I'm about to show you all the differences and similarities between Indonesia and my dream country, Japan. So Indonesia, for starters, is a country from the southeast region of Asia,
Meanwhile, Japan is from the East region of Asia. And secondly, most Indonesians actually shake hands when they're greeting someone. Meanwhile, Japanese people bow their heads when they're greeting someone. Then Indonesians are more religious and a lot more laid back, you can say. Meanwhile, Japanese people are a lot more practical and hardworking. And lastly, Indonesians prefer to take private transportations to go to work, while Japanese people prefer to take public transportations. Although those are the differences, they also have similarities. As for starters, the first one is, well, they're both from Asia, we all know that. But secondly, both are known for their politeness. And third, both countries are mostly islands. And the last similarity is both countries are actually somewhat introverted. Maybe that's all from me. Thank you all for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Tiara Amelia and I am from KM44 International 1. So here I will make a short video explaining about similarity and difference between Indonesia and my dream country, South Korea. So let's start from the difference first. Number 1. Indonesia are known to be friendly and smile easily at others even though they don't know each other. And it's different from South Korea. In South Korea, they will not greet or smile at other people if they don't know each other. It's like their basic habit. And then the second one, in Indonesia, more people bring their own vehicles such as motorbikes and cars. And different from in South Korea, more people there usually walks or take public transportation that bring their own vehicles. And number 3 is Indonesian chicken restaurant always offer chicken packaged with rice because rice in Indonesia is a staple food and it's different from South Korea. Chicken restaurant in there is only offer chicken without rice because they just eat chicken without rice. And the last is toilet in Indonesia use water to wash when urinating or defecating, but that doesn't apply in South Korea. Toilets in there are using toilet paper to wipe when urinating or defecating. And the similarity between these two countries are, the first is Indonesia and South Korea are republic country. And then flags have the same shade of red and white, and then has distinctive clothes also. South Korea has hanbok and Indonesia has batik. And the last is the month and years of country independence were the same in August and 1945. So I think that's all the similarity and difference between Indonesia and South Korea. Thank you. Goodbye.
Hello, my name is Rizka Marietha. My student number is 150220346. So through this video, I would like to share with you about the similarity and the differences between my home country Indonesia and my dream country Turkey. But first thing first, I would like to inform you the reason why I chose Turkey as my dream country. So since junior high school, I have had interest to know more about the Islamic civilization in Turkey. And at that time, I read a novel of Hamdim Pistim Yandim, which tells about the beauty of Konya, Turkey. So it really brings me to have ambition for stepping on myself in Turkey. And for the second, I will tell to you about the similarity between my home country and my dream country. Based on rich research that I found, if both of the countries have similarity in the type of country, that indicates if Islam is the main religion. So all the lifestyles is still implemented the rule of Islam. So that in the workplace sometimes we can find if they have holiday on some religion day like Friday or Eid Fitri and etc. While for the next, it is about how both of the countries are kind of high context culture and having collectivistic society, which means the society still hold up the existence of hierarchical structure in the society, which it also influence work etiquette in Turkey. Like employee usually use honorific mentions to their manager or the upper level like ma'am or sir. And another one, it's about how hand kissing is becoming sign of politeness from younger to the elder, which it also influence how work etiquette in Turkey, using handshake as their welcoming sign, or also for the goodbye in after the meeting. Another one, it's also about all of the society among both of the countries. They have willingness to get closer with other employees outside of the job. So sometimes employee spend times together after the job schedules, and the society among both of the countries are really friendly and welcome to the foreigner, but they still have obligation if in the job field or in the workplace. They really focusing on their job or their responsibility. The last similarity, it's about how left hand is becoming sign of impoliteness in Turkey and Indonesia, which actually this similarity and which actually I frequently find the similarity about Indonesia and Turkey than the differences between both of the countries. I think it's also caused by the geography of Turkey in Indonesia, which indicates as Eastern country. So they still have more about similarity, or they prefer having similarity to the differences. But however, in another condition, I found that both of the countries still having differences. Like in Indonesia, we only use handshake for the sign of welcoming greeting or last goodbye, while in the Turkey, kissing cheek each other, however men to women, is very usual and commonly do in Turkey, whilst in Indonesia is very forbidden. For the second, it's existed about most of Islamic perspective in Indonesia is from Imam Shafi'i, while in the Turkey it's mostly influenced by Imam Maliki. So that's also becoming a difference between both of the countries. And for the third, it's actually existed in how workplace in the Turkey welcoming all the women. So it means if Turkey, especially the workplace, still having less awareness about gender equality, while in Indonesia, gender equality in many workplaces have becoming awareness. However, in the governmental office or in the non-governmental office. So yeah, I think that's all the differences and the similarity between Turkey and Indonesia. For the last differences, it's about the weather in the season in the Turkey and Indonesia, which also influence how society in Turkey having their clothes on the snow season or in the summer season, while in Indonesia we only have two seasons, such as rainy and dry season. So yep, that's all that I can share here. With the conclusion, if I've found both of the countries prefer having similarity to the differences. So with the last I say, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you also pray for me reaching out my dream for stepping on myself in the Turkey, whether for study abroad or for work or internship abroad. Thank you.